I'm going to build and sell profitable WAP app live, and this video will be a full beginner-friendly walkthrough. We are going to use this 4-step process that I guarantee will help you build a profitable WAP app too. I will start by explaining what are WAP apps and why it's a great opportunity to make money right now as a solo founder. Then I will explain the problem we are solving with our app and my ideation behind it, so you can find similar winning ideas. After that, I will show you my entire detailed technical plan on how I'm going to build this. And last but not least, I will build this app live so you can follow along and copy my steps. Right now, it's the best time to build these micro apps. You don't need investors' money or spend months building one feature. Any person that is capable of using a keyboard and willing to learn can build these apps. But if everyone can build it, why only few succeed? Distribution. And the distribution is the biggest leverage WAP apps give you. People just like you made millions in the dropshipping era. Apps like Oberlo or Lux rode Shopify wave and won because the users were already there. They didn't need to convince anyone to use Shopify. They just solved problems for people already on the platform. That wave has passed. But right now, WAP apps are the new Shopify apps. So today we will be building an AI Hormozi app that helps founders with their offer creation or any advice for building an online business using principles and frameworks from Alex books. Now let me explain why this is a good app to build. A lot of people are learning business models from communities, dropshipping, agencies, coaching, whatever honestly. The issue is every business is different, so general advice simply doesn't work. You need advice tailored to your niche, your skills and your positioning. And that's the hard part most people get stuck on. But there's one guy who cracked building businesses and made tons of content about it. And this guy is Alex Hormozi. We are going to build an AI version of him that is fed with all the knowledge required to give always on-point advice, so that community members can craft offer easily and get advice to succeed with the opportunity that they are pursuing. Now, this will have a huge impact on their success. I mean, who wouldn't want an expert helping your community members 24/7 so that the community owner can focus on higher leverage tasks and by that, helping more of their students. Now, in order to make it work, we need to make it extremely simple. If you take a look at these most downloaded apps in the AI category, you can see that the entire setup for these apps is super simple and straightforward. The faster we can get our users to their desired outcome, the better. You can also see that there is a repeating pattern where these apps are based on a promise of a chatbot provided with a custom knowledge. Now that is because personalization for community owners is super important. No one wants a generic AI tool. It needs to be something that reflects the promise and the brand of the community. So we will focus on simplicity and personalization. Looking at the research we've done, our idea has potential to make money, but the ultimate validation is people paying for using the app. But in this case, we are going to build an MVP and publish it to get the organic traffic from WAP. And because I'm confident, I can spin up this app really fast. Okay, so when you're building small apps, you need to really focus on the one key feature that will make users use this app every day. For us, this feature is simply chatting with Alex. The interaction is gonna be super simple chat window, similarly like you are using ChatGPT, because most people are already familiar with this interface, so it will help avoid confusion, and the simpler, the better. This app will be installed in WAP communities, so all authentication and user management is being provided for us by WAP, which makes it even simpler. Now we will need to do the following to build it. Step 1 is we need to gather sources to provide as much relevant information for AI as possible. For that, we are gonna extract all the value from Hormozi's books. Step 2, once we have all the data ready, we need to actually feed it into AI. For this, we are gonna use a RAG technique. It essentially enables our AI model to get the information from books to provide answers based on this content. Step 3 is building the agent. Now, we will need to build the main feature, which is chatting with an agent and preserving the conversation history. We will also add memory so that our agent remembers the user's offer and key details so the responses can become even more personalized. Now, we need to think how we will actually make money with our app. This app is going to be a part of a community, so we will charge community owner, not community members. And by the way, it's totally free to use this app in my free community if you are currently trying to build an online business with AI. We will offer them a free trial to see if members are actually using the tool and are happy with it, and if so, we will charge them a monthly subscription. WAP is also a great payment processor, so we don't even need to integrate any Stripe here. So we will build the app using Next.js and WAP SDK, as this is a web application placed in WAP community, Docklink for data ingestion and building the RAG, OpenAI as cheap and good model provider, Python and Fast API as the RAG pipeline and API to query the database. Now, to show you that even a non-technical person could do that, I am not gonna write a single line of code manually. All I will do is prompt my AI tool to create this app for me. Cursor is the tool I will be using to do exactly that. Now, with that said, let's get to building and making some money. Alright, so I want to show you here on the left side of the screen, you can see my free community, and here is AI Alex Hormozi app, and I will show you exactly how I did this. And then you can go to the app directly, which I find super cool, honestly. So let's open any chat. Here's the history of my chat, and as you can see, I just asked him something and he responded. Obviously, you can get better with the prompting. Here I did really quick demo for you. And so he mentions where are the sources coming from, etc. But you just say like, hey, I actually sell B2B SaaS. How can I scale it? And then you just get the response. So you get the idea. Now I will show you how we can build the app. So if you look right here, we're gonna follow the instructions on building. So we're now gonna go on building this app. So I want to show you that, and we're just gonna go to our dashboard and go to the developer. And now we want to create an app, and let's name it Hormozi Test. I think I created for it this time, so let's just go with this one. And you simply run this command, which is pnpm create Next.js app latest. And we're basically here, or maybe let's just change the names, because we don't really want to create the app with the default name. Let's name it like Hormozi Test. So we can just use this command, and this basically states that we are creating an app from WAP template, and we're then going into the repository. As you can see, everything is downloaded here, everything is perfectly working, and now you can see that we are in the Hormozi test. So what I'm gonna do, instead of running npm run dev, I'm just gonna go code, and this should open my AI editor. I use Cursor for it because we won't really code things manually. We'll just keep coding by prompting the agent here. Now let's copy this one, let's go here and let's create a file. Let's create a file which is .nv.development.local, and here you copy paste the environment variables, which you don't want to show to anyone. I'm just showing it here because I'm gonna delete it afterwards, but you get protected. And this is everything you need to do to run your app. So now, if I go to npm port is already in use, so now you go to pnpm dev, and as you can see, we've got our app running. So this view is showing directly from our code here. Now we're gonna do something simple, which we're gonna install the app. So now you have this download button here, and let's add it to our software composers community. And for now, I won't mark anything here. and we have our base URL not set because we need to go here and copy the link from here and paste it here into this field. And then we want to turn it to localhost because we are just testing the app. And right now for me opened the actual app which I built before. So just for you to see, run on different port because we are lazy. Can you give me a comment to run it on different port? So what I'm gonna do here is just prompt it to can you please change the default screen. I'm just gonna make a screenshot so it can find it. To a simple chat window, something like ChatGPT. On the left put sidebar with the chats, and in the middle put a chat. And normally I would say like connected to my endpoint, and then you just say like this is my endpoint at address this and this and this. But here we're just doing a demo, so I'm gonna do it now. Make it visually appealing. Use Frosted UI. So Frosted UI is generally a library that you can use to style your web apps. I'm just gonna copy paste the documentation here, and I'm gonna run this prompt. So right now our agent is building the app. I don't know what he wants to search for, but we don't really care about it. And meanwhile it's building. I'm gonna prepare this app for deployment. So we're just gonna go add new project, and we'll have to push these changes to GitHub. So if you don't have an account on GitHub, you will need to create it. All right, as you can see, the app is being built as we speak. We just accept everything here. Normally, you would really need to review the code. I'm not a fan of vibe coding stuff, as you know, if you watch me, and if you don't watch me, you need to, because you lose control over your app. And at some point, like you can vibe your code, you can vibe your app up to some point, and then you just get stuck. So instead, I will always want to maintain full control of what you're doing. But for the sake of this demo, we're not gonna do that. And as you can see, we say, hey, but I still see this screen. You have to change this screen. Find the code and replace it with chat. I don't need this view at all. So it's properly configured here. This is something we don't need at all. As you can see, it's gonna now replace just the code for us to have the app here. And this is just the front end, so you need to connect it with your backend, which we are not doing here. But our backend, if you take a look at the architecture here, so here is our front end, and front end is what user sees. So this is, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna accept everything. So this is our front end, our interface, what user sees, right? But our agent is an API backend. We need to connect these two so they can communicate between themselves, and I'm not gonna do it in this video. So I'm just showing you this layer here, and this has been already built by us. Yeah, we've got the chat, and this is like our app, and this is our app embedded in the community. So we have our app, we can start new chats, we can create conversations, so it's working, it looks perfectly. And now let's say we want to deploy our app. So we go here in cursor, we click this button, it will generate some command for us, we'll commit, and before we commit it for the first time, you want to go here, publish to private repository. You'll want to wait for a second. As you can see, successfully published repository to GitHub, and you need to connect your account on GitHub. GitHub is essentially the place you store your code. And now if you see, it appeared just here, Hormozy test just now, and we're gonna go import, Jacobs projects, Hormozy text, Next.js, root directory, and here in the environment variables, we want to go import, or maybe we can even do this, go here, copy paste it, and yeah, and you just copy paste the environment variables, and you go to deploy, and then the only thing you need is just copy paste the environment variables, click deploy here, wait a second. Now you can see that deployment is starting. You can view the build log, some nerdy stuff. You don't need to do it. Nobody does it until it crashes or something. So yeah, just wait for it to work. Alright, so now we just go continue to dashboard here, and we can see this is our URL. So if I click it and click this one here, you can see that I can access it now publicly on the app. So if you are to type this link, you can access it. It's publicly accessible on the internet, at least at the time of doing this video. So I'm just gonna copy paste it, go back here, and now go here. Here I want to change it to production, and I want to change the base URL to our URL that I copy pasted. Then save it and reload. And as you can see, once we copy pasted the link, it's working now and it's accessible in our WAP. The only thing we need to do here and show to our community. This is how you build the app from scratch. You prompt its way through and then you deploy it to the cloud. This is super simple. If you follow this step by step. For any reference, if something was too quick for you, go here to docs.wap.com/apps/getting started, and you can just follow the documentation step by step, which basically is the process that I just outlined for you. I was following this documentation also, and this way you've got fully working app. Obviously, keep in mind that you need to connect these two in order for it to work. And yeah, that was everything. So after watching this tutorial, you should already understand what are WAP apps and how to capitalize on that opportunity, how to find good ideas for your apps, and how to build your apps even without prior coding experience. Now, keep in mind that what we did here was an MVP, stands for Minimum Valuable Product. So while it's valuable, it's crucial you listen to the feedback you get from your users and build on top of it. Remember, you don't build it for yourself, you build it for your customers.